It's drop-dead gorgeous, and it was judged the best-looking two-wheeler at the 2018 NDTV Car and Bike Awards. Meet the Indian Scout Bobber. The cruiser, which shares the same basic platform of the Indian Scout, but it gets more appeal, more road presence, and is a guaranteed head-turner. The shiny chrome is almost non-existent on the Scout Bobber. Chopped fenders complete the bobbed look, and it is complemented by fatter rubber with block pattern. The single pod instrument panel is new and lends a touch of premiumness. The tracker style handbar is new, and the foot peg position has been changed as well.
The Indian Scout has always been an entertaining cruiser, and now we have the Indian Scout Bobber. Now, Indian motorcycle has given a slightly different flavor to the Indian Scout, so it looks more aggressive. Fatter tires, blacked out look, chopped fenders, and steering is new, repositioned foot pegs. But overall, I think it looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't it?
Swing a leg over the bike and the different riding position is immediately apparent. Under the skin though, the Scout Bobber retains the same 1133cc engine V-twin, which puts out 94 bhp of power and 97 Nm of torque. And it moves with urgency the moment you slot it into first and accelerate it through the gears. The Scout Bobber will hit over 100 km/h before you even realize it, and the engine begs to be ridden hard and fast. But more impressive is the way this cruiser handles. Maneuvering through traffic isn't much of a problem, and the Scout Bobber's agile handling and brilliant performance will keep you ahead of most motorists when the light turns green. For weekend duties and the occasional around-town ride, the Scout Bobber will make you smile inside your helmet every single time you take it out for a ride.
The Indian Scout Bobber feels a little bit more aggressive than the standard Indian Scout. Well, that's because the riding position has changed somewhat. The foot pegs have been brought closer to the rider, the handlebar is new, so the riding position has changed and makes it feel more aggressive. Performance is more or less the same because it's the same engine, puts out about 100 bhp of power, just over 97 odd Nm of torque. But it's quite the handler. This bike begs to be leaned around a corner. The only dampener is the foot pegs scraped too soon. And the suspension, the seat's taller than the standard Scout, although the suspension has been lowered, but it's slightly on the stiffer side. As long as you're riding on nice, smooth tarmac, it's absolutely fine, but the moment the road gets rough, it becomes a little uncomfortable.
Yes, the ride is taut and the bike feels planted, but you won't be very comfortable putting in long hours on the Scout Bobber's saddle. But for a jaunt around town or the occasional weekend ride, the Scout Bobber certainly makes for an entertaining companion. And to top it all, it looks absolutely stunning.
I absolutely love the way the Indian Scout Bobber looks. It's a head turner for sure, and it packs enough performance really to make your weekend rides very enjoyable. Well, it's more of an around town bike, and it's perfect for a Sunday morning breakfast ride to a biker's cafe like this one here. There's some things I don't like about this bike. If you're the kind of guy who goes on long rides, the horn is a little too weak, and the stiff suspension and handling may tire you out over a long day's ride. But that said, if I were to look for a cruiser in my garage, I would certainly keep the Indian Scout Bobber in my mind.
It certainly is a very good looking cruiser, and if you're the occasional weekend kind of rider, you could certainly take a long, close look at the Scout Bobber. It looks good and has an entertaining personality performance-wise. At 11,99,000 rupees ex-showroom, it makes sense as a second or third bike, but for a daily ride or as your primary motorcycle, it lacks the practicality to make it a compelling buy. But then it looks so good, you may as well bring it home and make it yours.